Hey fam, I hope that you are all doing good, feeling blessed, and most importantly, feeling abundant because it is your birthright. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, and welcome to all my new subbies. I am so excited. When I saw that we've got new members in the tribe, I was like, I was so excited. So thank you so much if you have subscribed, and it means a lot from the bottom of my heart. It means so much. I wish I could actually open up my heart so that you could see how much it means, but yes. So for today's word, this message came into me yesterday, and the Lord was saying to me, it is time, it is time, it is time. Your lonely days are over. Your lonely days are over. And this message, it came in so strong. And I was sitting outside and I was like, Lord, what do you mean? What do you mean? And he was saying, your lonely days are over. Your days of, feeling isolated, feeling as though you don't belong, feeling as though you cannot communicate with people, feeling as though no one understands you, or feeling as though, no one cares about you. Those days are over, and you are coming into a season of, good luck, blessings, and everything that you have experienced in the past. It was intentional. I had to put you in those situations so that you could learn, so that your wisdom could be increased, so that when these new things come, you are able to call in the spirit of discernment and ask in my name, in the name of Jesus, in Jesus' name, what does this mean? Who is this person that you are now bringing into my life? I feel like I am wounded, and here is a new situation. So what am I to make of it? God really now wants you to call him in, and everything that you do, just call in that support from the heavens and realize that you are not your own person. You were bought with a very, very high price. Therefore, certain decisions that concern you and your personal affairs, you cannot make them alone. You have to go into prayer and ask for wisdom, ask for clarity, and be able to understand that, okay, this situation is happening for this reason. So, God is saying that your lonely days are over. It is time. And, God has been sending you symbols of good luck, symbols of power, success, wisdom, experience. So he is just asking you to now open your spiritual eyes and be able to recognize the things that he is sending you right now in this time. So as I was preparing this message and making my notes, the scripture that I was given comes from Isaiah 43, and I just want to read. I feel like I need a new Bible. I really feel like I need a new Bible. Like, I love my Bible. I'm even scared to show it now. But I love my Bible. It's called the Girl's Life Application Bible, and it is the New Living Translation. This is actually a Bible that my dad bought for me when I was in primary school, and it just has so much significance for me. Yeah, but it's not the prettiest Bible. When you take it out, it's like, it's got notes and all of that stuff. But anyway, that is not the point. And so reading from Isaiah 43, and when I read this, I was like, wow, it resonates. It fits so well with this message of your lonely days being over. So Isaiah 43 verse 18 to 19 reads, but forget all that. It is nothing compared to what I am going to do, for I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. So I just want to read it again. So it says, but forget all that. It is nothing compared to what I am going to do, for I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. So, God is saying to you that you need to forget all of that has happened in your past. And I know that it can be easier said than done. To forget, the things that have happened to you, the wrongs that have been done against you. But God is saying, forget all of that. It was intentional. I needed to grow you. I needed to develop your character. I needed to make you realize that, yes, something might feel good. It might be what you want in that time, but it is not made for you. So you needed to experience things that were not for you, so that the things that are for you, the things that are coming, you will be able to recognize that, okay, this is for me. This is what I deserve. This is the kind of care that I need, the kind of bonds that I need. And he is saying that, he has already begun. So he is asking that you open your spiritual eyes and be able to recognize the signs, the symbols, the people that he is sending into your life right now. And he just wants you to see, because some of you are still so deep in your loneliness, feeling as though you have been forgotten, feeling as though, when is my time coming? When are my promises going to be fulfilled? Lord, I don't see you moving. And he is saying, I am moving. I'm sending you signs. I'm sending you symbols. But you need to be healed when these things come. You need to be healed emotionally, because I can't send you there if you are still going to be carrying the same baggage. I cannot. Even though I have already laid out the plan, I have written the story already, it means nothing if you are going there still holding on to what might have happened in your past. So God is saying, forget all of that, my child. Forget. And know that whatever happened is nothing compared to what I am going to do. I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will make a pathway so strong that you will be protected on both sides, from the front and the back, so that no one can hurt you. I will make a pathway through the wilderness so that your enemies can see the exaltation that I want to bring to you. I am going to set a table in front of all those who have been praying for your downfall, people who wrote you off, people who said that you were not going to make it. I am going to prepare, and they are going to see me exalting you to the highest level, to the highest order, and he will create rivers in the dry wasteland. So if you feel that you were going through a period in your life where things were dry, things were not progressing the way that you would have liked for them to progress, God is saying, I took that water away. I made that land dry, and I did it for a reason. I wanted you to search. I wanted you to just be without. I wanted you to be hungry for me. I wanted you to go within yourself and work on yourself, just trying to seek who you are, remember who you are, because there are so many things that have made you forget who you are. But I want to remind you that you are powerful, you are chosen, you are ordained, you are my child, you are one of my greatest creations. Therefore, I cannot forget you, but I can put you in a situation where you go without, and I am just testing your faith in doing so. So God is saying he will create rivers. As much as he can take that water away, he can bring it back in abundance and make it rain. So don't worry if you feel as though there's an area in your life where you are lacking or you are without. God is saying he is aware, he knows, and he is the only one that can bring the water back. He is the only one that can restore the dry lands, the dry wasteland. It is not a waste. Certain things haven't been a waste, but you had to learn certain lessons. You had to go within and search yourself so that you can really come full circle and acknowledge everything that has happened. Acknowledge it, but don't let it take away your joy of experiencing these new things. Don't allow it to do that, because he has already begun with the new. And whenever you are coming into a season of newness, it can be very scary, because the new can sometimes feel like the old, and then out of insecurity we will run away. We will feel as though maybe we don't deserve, or it's going to happen the same way that it happened in the past. And God is saying, I'm not setting you up to be hurt or betrayed. I am setting you up to be lucky. I am setting you up to live a happy life, a fulfilled life, a life where I am there, I am at the center, and I am blessing whatever it is that you are trying to do at this time. So just going into the message, I am hoping that by the time I upload this, I would have uploaded a weekend vlog, a vlog that I had recorded on the weekend. And on this vlog, we went to Kruger National Park, and it was just so beautiful, just looking at nature, and just being able to be centered in that. It was so beautiful, relaxing. And there was one animal that we kept seeing. We saw quite a lot of elephants. There were so many elephants, and that really also inspired me, because I was like, okay, so many elephants. I want to do more research. I want to actually learn a bit more about elephants and the spiritual significance around elephants, because I am one person. I always try to incorporate everything that I see into my spirituality, and understanding that God communicates with us in different ways. So maybe that could have been a message, something significant. And the more research I did, I realized that it is significant. I'm just gonna put like a short clip so that you can see the elephants, and then I'm gonna go into the spiritual significance of these elephants. Okay, so elephants are highly social animals. They are also regarded as a symbol of loyalty, unity, and compassion. And I really like the fact that it mentioned that they are highly social animals, because it was kind of rare to see an elephant traveling by itself. Even if it was alone, there would be another elephant close by or coming through. So yes, they do have a side of being alone and searching for whatever they are searching for. In that case, it was food, a good branch to eat from, but they never walked alone, which is also symbolic of the fact that you cannot be a lone soldier, you cannot be a lone ranger forever. You cannot separate yourself from human interaction forever. You were not made to be alone. Maybe in certain seasons, yes, you were supposed to be alone, but for this season, God wants you to be more social, and open your heart up, to having these connections, and knowing that in these connections, your loyalty is not going to be taken for granted. Your unity and your desire to have genuine companionship is not going to be taken for granted. It is going to be recognized, and you are going to be attracting or coming into contact with people who have had similar experiences as you. So God is really fulfilling promises within each other. He is pairing us up in such a way that whatever you might lack, you might find someone who has it, and the both of you are able to help each other and fill each other's cups in a very beautiful and mutual way, that doesn't really feel toxic like what you might have experienced before, because God has seen that you have been betrayed, that you have been hurt, and this is not a betrayal that comes from romantic relationships only, but these are friends, who might have left you when you needed them, or things that didn't work out the way that you were hoping they might have worked out, because sometimes we feel that trust issues only stem from romantic relationships, and they don't. Trust issues come from friendships, family relations that just turn toxic, or things in your life that you were really hoping for and they didn't work out, to a point where you just lost faith and you felt as though that part of your life is always going to remain dry. And it's not. You are being restored now. Your faith is being restored. And God has also seen that you have been living a nomadic and solitary life. So what I pick up from nomadic, if I'm not mistaken, I am very open to being corrected here, but someone who is nomadic, is a person who I could say moves around, or has a fear of maybe settling down. And he is now calling you out of that cave of solitude and being a nomad, and saying, my child, I want you to settle yourself right now, and just know that it is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to be, let me bring my notebook here. It is safe for you to be vulnerable. It is safe for you to open your heart. Your days of crying are over. And the only tears that you are going to cry going forward are tears of joy, tears of amazement, tears of blessings and happiness, and just overflowing joy, because you cannot believe how faithful God has been to you, recognizing that you were never forgotten. You didn't miss out on anything. And that everything happens in divine timing, not in our own timing, but in divine timing. And God is also saying that there is a very, very big space, or there's such a big distance between your head and your heart. So asking you to kind of close that gap, because possibly in the past you might have been someone who was led by your heart, your emotions, your feelings, and that might have not led you on the right track. But now he is saying that it is time for the two to become one. It is time for your heart and your head to work in unison. So your heart right now will not lead you where your mind hasn't already calculated that movement. So you need to trust yourself. You need to allow the two parts of you to merge and join, because the heart and the head, they cannot operate without one another. If one is too much in power, then it becomes a problem. But if there is a healthy balance and you are drawing on both of them to lead you, then the chances are you are going to make practical decisions, but you are still going to allow your emotions to lead you into making practical choices that are good for you. And needing to let go of the thick skin, and let down your guard, and just be open in a way that you might not usually be open. And I feel that in other times you might have jumped into situations blindly, but now that you know better, now that you know that you are meant to call in the spirit of discernment, you will make better choices, and know that these choices are going to work in your favor always, because God is guiding you. He's guarding you as well. That really wanted to come out. So he is guarding you. He is around you on all sides, so nothing can happen to you. And because he is guiding you, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong in any decision that you make. So everything now that is coming into your life, friendships, love, relationships, these are people that are going to be concerned about who you are becoming. People who are able to see beyond you and what you might have, what you might not have, and they are going to care very deeply about you as a whole person, so I feel that these are very spiritual connections that are coming in, because we are spirits in a body, that is, I think, my favorite thing to say. But it's so important, sometimes we get caught up in the body, this physical thing, not realizing that the day you depart, you leave it behind. And the most important thing is Did you entertain things that helped build your spirit? Did you entertain things that saw you who you were at your core? Not what you have, not what you do, not who you know, but who you are, because souls can recognize each other. So in this phase, he is now saying, I want you to have relationships with people who are going to recognize your soul, people who are going to be able to recognize what you need and be able to give it to you in a gentle and very wise way, and I don't know, I feel like this is a beautiful process, but it really is going to require all of us to trust God and let go of the cup of insecurity, doubt, fear, trust issues, and just trust that whatever God is now wanting to pour into your cup, it is renewal, it is hope, it is restoration, it is happiness, it is love, it is care, family. He wants to really overflow your cup with all of these things, but God cannot pour into your cup if you are still holding on to things in your previous cup. So this is really asking us to activate our faith, to trust him and pour out that cup and say, you know what, I don't want to drink this anymore. It's not fulfilling me, it's not making me feel good. Lord, fill my cup. I want to taste your drink. I want to taste your hand, and hopefully I like it, and you will like it, because he wouldn't give you something that you wouldn't be able to handle. He wouldn't give you something that you wouldn't enjoy. He knows what you need to drink right now, so you need to trust him. And yeah, so going into the symbolic meaning of elephants, just going deeper into the symbolic meaning of elephants exemplify power and strength. So when this animal starts making an appearance in your life, it represents a new and improved relationship with your softer side. And the way that I interpreted this is that if you have been, walking with a thick skin, you get so comfortable with having that skin that, sometimes you might lose sight of your sensitive nature. You might lose sight of your softer side, So this is just encouraging you to really tap into your softer side, being more loving, nurturing yourself, doing things that improve your state of mind, things that are centered around self-love, loving yourself, making decisions that really show that you have put yourself first, and just getting in touch with your softer side. I feel the need to keep saying that, so you don't need to be tough anymore. You don't need to always have your guard up. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to allow certain people to have access to you in that way. Not everyone deserves this access. That's why you need to pray and have discernment. But for those where you truly feel that, this person deserves to see me, this person deserves to get to know me, then you can let your guard down and show them. And I think it will also make you feel good as well, because if you are constantly guarded, it becomes really heavy, because if you are not letting it be known that this is possibly the burden that I am carrying, then it becomes extremely heavy, so just having someone that you can share with, someone that you can be vulnerable with, it's so important, and God wants to give that to you in whatever form he is trying to bring it in right now. He really wants to give you a space where you can be yourself, because he knows that right now you can't be yourself, you can't do certain things, out of fear of judgment or just fear of not being accepted, knowing already that you are not accepted, and the elephant has an intense focus on family, including past and future generations. Family first is the mantra of elephants. So elephants are very family oriented, and I think I saw that as well. So if you have been praying for a family, if you have been praying for maybe a new beginning within your family, improved family relations, then that is coming for you. You are going to have your own family, and whatever this family structure will be, I see it being a kingdom family, a kingdom union, a kingdom spouse, a kingdom relationship, whereby you are going to build something that is going to last for generations. And this can be in terms of values, this can be habits, things that you do as a family. They are going to be very long lasting, and you are going to be yoked with someone who wants the same thing as you. Possibly in the past, you might have met people who didn't want family, or we're just not interested in settling down and having the things that you were interested in having. And right now, God is saying, I want to give you a family that you are going to call your own. If you are a female, you are now going to be nurturing and feeding your family, looking after your family, making sure that everyone in your family is doing okay, all their needs are met. And if you are a man, you are going to be the head of that family. You are going to make sure that all the decisions that you make are for the good of your family. You are going to provide, you are going to be a source of strength, but know that in your partner you can still be vulnerable, you can still let down your guard. So God is wanting to appoint families, stable structures. And also, the elephant challenges one to protect the young and the weak of your tribe, and recognizing how powerful love and loyalty becomes when it is shared. So this is also going to be a time of this one is a bit difficult to explain, but challenging one to protect the young and the weak of your tribe. So possibly within your tribe, there are some people that are not really being that open to let you know that, okay, this is what I need. Possibly maybe here I'm not doing okay. This can be emotionally, this can be physically, this can be financially. So sometimes people are not going to let you know. So in such a case, I would just say pray and ask God to reveal to you who around you needs help, and how can you help them, how can you make things better for them. And this can also just be bringing someone into your prayer routine and praying over their life, but making sure that when you are praying for this person, you are not praying with a heart that is carrying unforgiveness, a heart that is carrying heavy grudges and emotions, because it can interrupt that prayer, or the prayer won't be as effective as it might be. But if you really feel in your soul that this person needs prayer, pray for them, and just watch and observe movement or change in their life. So there are those in our tribe who need protection, and protecting the young. This can also just be saying that if you have been praying for a baby or you have been praying for just guidance when it comes to your children and how to guide them effectively, then that is coming as well. And you will recognize how powerful love and loyalty, but most importantly love and loyalty to Christ, how important it is, because once you are loyal to the divine and to God, then that loyalty trickles down into your everyday relations, and understanding that not all family is bound by blood. So yeah, don't hold on too firmly to the fact that family can only be people that you share blood with. No. And also recognizing that blood is not thicker than peace of mind, because sometimes family can really stress you out and put you in predicaments that you don't want to be in. So if you feel as though right now your family is compromising your mental state or the way that you are feeling, then you are in a good position, or you have every right to just distance yourself for a bit and work on your mental state, until you feel as though, okay, I am good and I have the wisdom to now handle these relationships in a way that my mental state, the way that I feel about myself, is not affected. So not all family is bound by blood, and blood is not thicker than peace of mind. So it's important to let go of grudges and be open to forgiving. And this let go of grudges, I don't know if you know, but elephants have a very, very good memory. If you do an elephant wrong or you hurt an elephant, even after like 20 or 40 years, I don't know if they live that long, but just an example, even after 20 or 40 years, if that elephant sees you, it will attack you. Apparently it will attack you, so we should not be like that, because I don't believe that we should be carrying grudges for so many years. It is important to let go of grudges, let go of pain, let go of things that are weighing you down, and be open to forgive. Be open to just being your unique self, recognizing that you are unique, and walking in pride that you are unique. And if you also have been, ashamed of yourself sexually, or there was some kind of trauma that might have happened to you sexually, you also need to let go of that and allow the newness to come in. So this is going back to the reference of the cups. You need to decide, do you want to keep drinking the same drink of doubt, self-hatred, loneliness, mistrust, or do you want to empty that cup and allow God to fill you with a new drink that you've probably never tasted before, and it is exactly what you need right now? So this is not saying that your experiences are not valid, or it's not saying that what you went through you should just forget like it was nothing. No, it was significant. It did shape you as a person, but right now you need to really decide, what do I want? Do I want this renewal? How thirsty am I for a new time? And then if you are really thirsty, then you will be able to let go and just allow God to really exert his will over your life. Okay, and when it comes to the biblical significance of elephants, there is a story about the 3 blind men who touched different parts of the elephant. And when asked to describe the elephant, one man said that it feels like a snake, because he had touched the elephant's tail. Mind you, they can't see, the 3 blind men. And he touched the elephant's tail and he said that it felt like a snake. Another one said that it is flat like a fan. And apparently he had touched the elephant's body, the mid part. And the other one said it feels like a thick rope, and he was touching the trunk at this time. And this meaning of elephants is used to describe the vastness of God. He is too vast to be accurately described or defined, and the elephant symbolizes the vastness of God and his all-encompassing strength and his love. So the strength of God, the love of God, his power, it is so vast. I feel like it has no end. So we should never ever give up on having faith in him and believing in him, because he controls everything. There is nothing that happens without him approving it, and that is something very important to remember. So everything now that is coming into your life, it is time. You deserve. It is time for you to be happy. It is time for you to come out of your shell. It is time for you to let go of your fear. It is time for you to let your guard down and know that it is safe to love. This love that is coming in, it comes from God. And the love that is coming in, the friendships that are coming in, the work relationships, everything that is coming in, it is coming in as a result of the hardships, the pain that you had to endure. And those days are over. You are no longer going to cry tears of sadness. You are not going to cry tears of pain. You are going to be very, very happy, very filled, and everything that you are going to experience now is going to be very long-standing. It is going to be victorious. There is going to be longevity, so long lasting. There is going to be triumph. There is going to be spiritual strength. If you are coming into a new project or something new, then just know that it is going to be a long journey, and you have no need to be anxious about the future. Your story has been written. All you need to do now is be open to divine instruction. So if you hear a voice in your head that is telling you to do something that is telling you to pack your bags. Pack your bags. You don't know why, but do it, because that is God now trying to prepare you. He wants you to really play your role in the story that He has written. He wants you to play your role to the best of your abilities. So you need to take heed to the divine instructions that are coming in at this time, and just be open to those instructions. And there's no need for you to be anxious. All obstacles have been removed, all the lessons have been learned, you have passed the test. And when it comes to diet as well, I feel that there are a few of us that need to look into going into a vegetarian way of eating and living. Maybe you've been feeling the urge, to move away from eating meat and animal products. So I think that is God as well, because with the elephant as well, elephants are vegetarian and they never knowingly hurt other animals. So possibly your diet as well just needs to be reflected upon. And when it comes to this will just be short, and then I'm going to close out the video. For a few months, I was on a vegan, vegetarian lifestyle. So one thing I recognize about that, I have gone back to eating, but meat is, guys, meat is something else. I don't know. It just brings out something. It tastes really good, but it's not something that you're supposed to be eating every day or overly indulging in it, because it can create a lot of stagnant energy within your body. So just going into that, I really tried with the vegan and vegetarian lifestyle, and the one thing I would say it really requires you to have an open mind. It requires you to be creative, because there you have to think of recipes. You always have to think of ways to keep it fresh and exciting, and being able to prepare, kind of plan your meal in advance, or at least have recipes where you know that, okay, I can get recipes. So that's one thing I would advise. And I think this is also a call to me to say, girl, you need to go back to eating more healthier, because my testimony of eating that kind of lifestyle or going into that kind of eating, it felt amazing. My mind was clear, I had so much clarity, ideas were flowing. Not that they're not flowing now, but at that time, I was making a conscious effort to not eat meat. I wasn't eating chicken, I was eating eggs, for protein, but there was no animal that I was eating, and I felt really good. I felt very grounded, very stable within myself, so I think that is maybe something that we all need right now, to a point where it becomes a habit, So just look into vegetarian ideas and menus and see what you can come up with. And I would love to get a few emails to see, if you decide that you're going to do it, then I would really like to get a few messages just to see how you feel. Is there any difference that you might have picked up? But that was the last message that I got regarding the elephant. And let me just see. Yeah, but I would just say that, right now God is giving you the ability to see the future, and that is a very, I don't want to say dangerous ability, but we know that, God is particular when it comes to us foretelling and all of that. He gives the spirit of prophecy. If He gives you a word and He is saying that this is coming, new beginnings, no more tears, all of this, then you must know that He is allowing you to be a vessel. So He is now giving us the ability to see the future. This can be through our dreams. This can be through different symbols that you are seeing. Possibly now you are seeing a lot of messages of people doing things that you've been wanting to do, and now it's starting to happen in your life, So He is giving you the ability to see the future and prepare yourself and obtain things that seem to be out of reach. He is saying that you are worthy, you deserve this. I have put it in your reach to show you that you can have this. It is not impossible. So don't ever count yourself out, because He has not counted you out. And your stability is coming, your new beginning is coming, and our intuitions are going to be very, very heightened at this time. So if your intuition is telling you to do something, listen to it and do it, and don't let fear hold you back. Just do what you feel you want to do. So to close off this message, I am going to be reading from Isaiah 44, verse 21 to 22. And it says, "Pay attention, O Jacob, for you are my servant, O Israel. I, the Lord, made you, and I will not forget you. I have swept your sins away like a cloud. I have scattered your offenses like the morning mist. Oh, return to me, for I have paid the price to set you free." So the price has been paid. You are free. All your obstacles have been removed. If you were going through a time of feeling tested, of feeling trialed, and going through tribulations, then you have made it. You are in the clear. And I really pray that this message resonates with you. I really pray that God activates you, activates your faith, and gives you the courage to let go of the past and know that you have been renewed, you have not been forgotten, and he wants you to return to him so that you can really take up this new beginning that he wants to give to you. So I hope that this message blesses you. I love and appreciate you all so much. Mwah.